Christian Yelich is just so incredibly good this year. I mean, he was fantastic last year. The dude won the National League MVP. But what he has done at the start of the season is something we really have never seen in baseball before. This might be the most locked in I've ever seen a hitter in all of baseball in just 1 week. You gotta see these numbers. Since last Monday, so what, April 15th, looking at my calendar, 8 home runs, 16 RBIs, 455 average, 538 on base, 1545 slugging, and a 2083 OPS. What? 2,000 on the OPS, 1,500 on the slugging? Oh, these numbers are legitimately video game type numbers. This is crazy stuff. So in today's video, we're going to talk about where's Christian Yelich currently rank in the grand scheme of Major League Baseball. Is he the best player in baseball right now? Because while Mike Trout is still he's still incredible, Christian Yelich is doing something that we just don't see happen in baseball. So it's a legitimate conversation to have. Is he the best player in baseball right now? Before we do get going into today's video, I just want to give a quick shout out to my sponsor, SeatGeek. It's an app on your phone. You download it. You can buy tickets. It gives you the best prices. It gives you a grade. It lets you know what tickets are good to get and which ones you should avoid. Since SeatGeek is sponsoring this video, they went and gave me a discount code. If you use the code Giraffe when you check out, you save $20 on your first purchase. So make sure to head over to SeatGeek, use the code Giraffe, save yourself $20 on your next MLB game tickets. If you guys do enjoy this video and want to see more of this kind of content, make sure to leave a like on it. It's the best way to support the channel. Subscribe if you're new and you enjoy the content. We hit 50,000 subscribers yesterday, so thank you guys so much for that. Truly amazing stuff. We're going to do something special for you down the line. Get in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. Is Christian Yelich the best player in baseball? And if he's not, where does he rank? And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at GiraffeNeckMarc. Links in the description to both of those. I talk about baseball on there all the time too, so it's a good way to keep connected. So when we talk about Christian Yelich and the argument of being the best player in baseball, we have to, of course, compare him to the guys that are considered ahead of him. And when you're talking about the top 2 players in baseball, here are the names that come up. You got Mike Trout at number 1, and then you got Mookie Betts at number 2. So obviously, to be the best, he has to beat Mookie Betts in the first place. So let's compare Christian Yelich to Mookie Betts, and we're going to go over the last 2 seasons, so meaning 2019 and as well as 2018. So we have the American League MVP in Mookie Betts, and then we have the National League MVP in Christian Yelich. It's a pretty good comparison to start off right there. You have arguably the best player in the National League and arguably the best player in the American League. When you look at Mookie Betts' numbers for the 2018 season, they're pretty disgusting. I mean, he was the American League MVP, he beat Mike Trout. So they have to be good numbers. Mookie Betts played in 136 games, hitting .346 with a .438 on base percentage, .640 slugging, and an OPS of 1,078. He had 32 homers, 47 doubles, 5 triples, a league-leading 129 runs with 180 hits, drove in 80 runs, stole 30 bases. He also won a Gold Glove and is considered one of the best fielding outfielders in all of baseball, not just in right field, but anywhere. So that's a pretty damn good season for Mookie Betts in 2018. 2017, definitely an off-season for Mookie, wasn't great, hitting .264. 2016, he finished second in the MVP voting, again, more of the kind of caliber player we expect. And he's been off to a rough start in 2019. In 2019, Mookie's hitting .231 with a .330 on base, .436 slugging, to give him an OPS of 766. Out of his 18 hits, he has 4 homers, 4 doubles, drove in 8 runs, and only stole 1 base. So he's definitely had a rough start to the 2019 season. But is that enough for Christian Yelich to be considered a better player than Mookie Betts? Let's take a look. Like I said earlier, and this is stuff we already know, but 2018 Christian Yelich was the National League MVP, almost single-handedly brought the Brewers to the World Series. He was unbelievable. In 147 games, Christian Yelich hit .326 with a .402 on base, .598 slugging, and 1,000 OPS. Out of his 187 hits, 36 were homers, 34 doubles, 7 triples, which drove in 110 RBIs, as well as stealing 22 bases. Now, unlike Mookie, Christian Yelich does strike out a little bit more. He struck out 135 times last year compared to Mookie's 91. Similar to Mookie, 2017 wasn't as good of a season. Last year was really a breakout season for Christian Yelich. He never hit more than 21 homers in the past. He had also never had a batting average above 300, and on base percentage above 376. Never had a slugging percentage above 500. 483 was the career high, so last year was definitely a breakout season. Defensively, Christian Yelich is pretty average. He's not a great fielder, but he's not a bad fielder. So Mookie definitely has him in the fielding department. But then you go to 2019, and you're like, Christian Yelich is a different player in 2019 and 2018 than he has been in the past, and it's just, he's so locked in at the plate. So far in 2019, in 22 games, 83 at-bats, he has 30 hits for a .361 average, .455 on base, .880 slugging, and a .1334 OPS. He has 13 home runs, 4 doubles, 31 RBIs. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting numbers. So is he better than Mookie Betts? This is going to sound unpopular, but I think he might be. I understand Mookie Betts in the field just absolutely wipes the floor with him. But at the plate, I don't know if Mookie Betts is a better hitter than Christian Yelich currently is. Christian Yelich is on another planet right now with how he's hitting. He's doing stuff, like I said earlier, we haven't seen in Major League Baseball. The most home runs ever hit before May 1st is 14, and that's by Alex Rodriguez. Today is April 21st, and Christian Yelich has 13. Jeff Passan put out a great tweet about this, comparing some great season starts to Christian Yelich's this year. You've got A-Rod and Albert Pujols. A-Rod, of course, would have been a first ballot Hall of Famer if it wasn't for the steroids. Albert Pujols is clearly a first ballot Hall of Famer, so this is a pretty elite club to be in. Some really good guys to compare to. Arguably the best players in baseball during those times. In 2007, A-Rod had a 22-game stretch where he hit .348 with a .412 on-base percentage, .899 slugging, 14 homers, 34 RBIs. Disgusting. In 2006, Pujols had a crazy start with .342 batting average, .495 on-base, .890 slugging, and he had 12 homers and 29 RBIs. Christian Yelich's number is better than that right now. He's pretty much only behind A-Rod in the home run category. So do I think he's a better player than Mookie Betts? If we're going off the last 2 seasons, I have to say he is. Therefore, making him at least the second best player in baseball right now. But to be the best, you gotta beat the best, and that is Mike Trout. How does Christian Yelich compare to Mike Trout? Because Mike Trout is still so incredibly good. We already went over Christian Yelich's insane numbers, so it's time to compare it to Mike Trout. Mike Trout finished second in MVP voting last year, and he arguably could have won it. In 140 games, he had 147 hits, 39 homers, 24 doubles, 4 triples to drive in 79 runs, stole 24 bases. He walked a league-leading 122 times, batting average of .312, on base of .460, slugging of .628, OPS of 1,088. And then when you look at this year, he's having a fantastic start as well. Now, when you compare it to Christian Yelich, you'd go, it's not very good, but then you have to remember Christian Yelich is about all the way up here, off the screen, and Mike Trout's just right at the top. An unbelievable start still. 6 home runs, 14 RBIs. He's hitting .315 with a .506 on-base percentage, .685 slugging, 1192 OPS, 220 OPS plus. We know Mike Trout plays a great center field as well. Here's where the big kicker is for Christian Yelich not being better than Mike Trout, because let's be honest, as good as Christian Yelich has been, you can't put him ahead of Mike Trout. This is arguably one of the best players to ever play the game of baseball. But let me tell you, if Christian Yelich keeps it up, he is definitely having a conversation for sure. But here's why Mike Trout is just better, and it's just he's done it for way longer. Christian Yelich has been up since 2014. That's really when he got his first full season with the Marlins. When you take his career averages with the Marlins, he's right around 15 to 20 homers a year, driving in about 60, 70 runs, hitting around 280, on base in the 350, 360 range, slugging in the mid 400s. Still a very good player, but look at what Mike Trout did during that time. From 2014 to 2017, here's what Mike's stats averages pretty much look like, roughly, I'm saying, because I'm just not doing calculations, but I'm giving you eye tests. Mike Trout was good for around 30, 35 home runs a year, close to 100 RBIs, batting average right around 300, on base percentage in the low to mid 400s. He's slugging anywhere from 550 to the low to mid 600s. OPS approaching 1,000 every single season. Not to mention he's won the MVP twice since 2014. And in the years when he didn't win it, he finished in 2nd and 4th. He's just undefeated. There's nobody better in baseball than Mike Trout. But if you want to have the argument of who's having the best 2019 and who's been the best player in 2019 thus far, it is 100% Christian Yelich. If you want to make the argument that in 2019, Christian Yelich has been the best player thus far, you are 100% correct to say that. He has been disgusting. There's been nobody in baseball that can even compare to how good Christian Yelich has been. Maybe Cody Bellinger. He's probably the closest. Christian Yelich has been just... it's nuts. He's doing video game type stuff. He's playing on Rookie on MLB The Show. He's using guest pitch. He's using all the hacks. He's taking his controller. He's pressing XL to R1. He's playing all the cheat codes. He's been that good. But to call him the best player in baseball just yet, don't know about it. It's really close between him and Mookie. If you say Mookie's better, you're not wrong. If you say Christian Yelich is better, you're not wrong. But to say he's better than Mike Trout, not yet, boys. Not yet. But damn. Christian Yelich is just so incredibly good for the Milwaukee Brewers. What a trade they made for him getting from the Miami Marlins. Can you imagine who the Marlins would have right now if they didn't make these trades? Marcell Ozuna, who's one of the hottest hitters in baseball as well to start the year. Christian Yelich, we've been talking about him for quite some time. Giancarlo Stanton, you got JT Realmuto. Throw D Gordon in there as well. You still got Justin Bour probably at first base. That offense would be, probably one of the best in the league. So as much as I would love to hype up Christian Yelich and call him the best player in baseball, we've got to be realistic. He's not there yet, but boy, is he top 3 guaranteed, and he might even be the second best. Mike Trout, though, still undefeated. Put the crown on his head. Nobody's better than him. I'd love to know your guys' opinion on Christian Yelich, whether or not he's the best player in baseball. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? If you do, where do you think he ranks? 1, 2, 3? You think he's lower? I mean, if you think he's lower, you're crazy, but what do you think? Remember to leave a like on this video if you did enjoy it. That's the best way to support the channel. Subscribe if you're new and you enjoy the content. We're covering baseball on here every single day, so make sure you click that sub button so you don't miss out. Big shout out to all you for hitting 50K on the channel. Thank you so much. And since I want to do something special for 50K, if you have any ideas of videos you want to see, something like different on the channel just for thanking you for 50K subs, Let me know in the comment section down below. I'll be open to looking at the best ideas. Make sure to drop me a follow on Twitter and Instagram at GiraffeNeckMarc. Links in the description. And that's pretty much going to be it for this video. YouTube recommends you watch this video right here, as well as this is my most recent upload. So click through those if you have not seen them yet already. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.